Okay, so we're in public session now. Just before I move to item number 5, I know we did this in the private session, but can I just welcome Connie Egan to our first meeting of the committee? You're very, very welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, draft minutes. Can I refer members to the draft minutes of proceedings at page 66 to 77 of the meeting pack? Are members content that the minutes of our meeting on the 16th of May are a true reflection of the proceedings? Content? Okay, I've seen enough nodding heads. Number 6, matters arising. Correspondence has been received from the Committee for Finance at page 78 to 80 of the meeting pack in relation to the EU Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism. So, can I remind members that the committee had already written to the Cabinet Office requesting an update on that position. Are members content to note? Okay, item number 7. EU regulation establishing a framework for ensuring a secure and sustainable supply of critical raw materials. Departmental officials are unable to provide any written or oral briefing for this particular Act as it concerns a reserved matter and is of limited technical interest to departments here. Department for Business and Trade has agreed to provide an assessment of impact, but nothing has been received as yet. The Clerk has also been in contact with the Cabinet Office to stress the need for the EM, which is the explanatory memorandum, to be provided as soon as possible. The committee's citizen space consultation was launched following last week's meeting, and we will consider any responses received at next week's meeting, hopefully alongside an assessment and an explanatory memorandum. Okay, item number 8, which is regulation on shipments of waste and consideration of survey responses. Can I just refer members to the relevant papers? They're at page 82 to 238 of the meeting pack. International waste shipments is a reserved policy matter which sits under the Department for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs. Again, the Clerk has been in contact with the Cabinet Office to stress the need for an updated explanatory memorandum to be provided as quickly as possible. Can I advise members that 2 responses have been received to the Committee's Citizen Space Survey, and these can be found at pages 30 to 33 of the table pack. In summary, both believe that the EU Act would have a significant impact, and they believe the impact to be negative. Are members content that the survey responses are forwarded to DEFRA officials asking for comments on the impact on paper recycling industries here?
Yes, I would suggest that we do so, but I think it is notable that when we had department officials before the committee, that they hadn't picked up these concerns from the indigenous businesses. It would lead me to question sometimes the information that we get at the committee from a departmental point of view when something like this was not raised to our attention at that stage, albeit we've been able to capture it through citizen space. But I do think that's worth noting.
Okay. So the updated explanatory memorandum, whenever it's received, should address the issues raised regarding trade in waste and recyclables here and in Britain, but we could also ask for that information separately. Okay. The committee will consider its draft inquiry report at next week's meeting. Therefore, are members content that an urgent response is requested by close of play by 29th of May? So it can be considered as part of next week's deliberations. Okay. If received after that time, it's obviously not going to be part of our deliberations, but it can be published on the committee's web page for viewing. Can I refer members also to correspondence from Fermanagh and Omagh District Council in relation to the survey at page 238? The Council is requesting an extension until week commencing 10th of June. Are members content to respond to the Council that the Committee will deliberate on the evidence received at its meeting on 30th of May? Therefore, any response should be submitted no later than 29th of May, but that any response received after that date will be published on the Committee webpage for viewing. Okay, content? Item number 9, it's a EU proposal for a Council regulation amending Annex 1 to the regulation on tariff and statistical nomenclature and on the Common Customs Tariff. So, can I refer members to the relevant papers at pages 5 to 52 of the meeting pack? where the departmental assessment of impact is at pages 38 to 52. Do members wish to monitor the progress of the proposed Replacement Act as it progresses through the EU legislative system?
I'm trying to find my page here, sorry.
Okay, so I mean, members will be aware that we got legal advice this morning, and we also have the department.
Just one point of concern I would just raise, and it's just for the minute. There was no impact assessment carried out, as was suggested in the paper, given that they felt that it had to be done in a quick manner because of the nature. I just would want that on record, that there was no impact assessment carried out.
Okay.
I'm just wondering whether there's any downside to monitoring, in the sense that it'll just be flagged to us if any issue does arrive.
Yeah.
So we might as well monitor as not.
I was going to actually say, look, if we agree to monitor, then the department will be asked to provide a revised assessment of impact if any changes are made that would have a significant impact specific to everyday life of communities here. And members would also note that this committee can decide to hold an inquiry at any time into a proposed Replacement Act that it is monitoring. So there's no... Okay, so are members content then that we continue to monitor this? Okay, item number 10, correspondence. A copy of correspondence from the Chair of the House of Lords Windsor Framework Subcommittee to the Minister of Food, Farming and Fisheries is at page 241 of the meeting pack. It concerns the implications of EU Regulation 2023-2419 on the labelling of organic pet food. Members content to note? Okay. Copy of correspondence from the Chair of the House of Lords Windsor Framework Subcommittee and the Secretary of State to the Minister for AI and Intellectual Property is at page 242-244 of the meeting pack, and it concerns the implications of Regulation EU 2023-2411 on the protection of geographical indications for craft and industrial products. Are members content to note this also? Okay, Chair's business. So can I just inform members that Hilary Benn MP, Shadow Secretary of State, at least for now, has requested a meeting.
This was written yesterday.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. She is the Shadow Secretary of State, has requested a meeting with myself and the Deputy Chair, David, to discuss the work of the Democratic Scrutiny Committee, including information flow and any issues that have arisen. Are members content for myself and David to meet with Hilary Benn and to update members following the meeting?
Read.
Okay. So he wrote that prior to the election. He may not want to do the meeting now, this side of the election, but anyway, we'll respond to it. Item number 12, any other business? Any members have any other business? No? Okay. Date, time, place of next meeting. So next meeting of the committee has been scheduled for Thursday, 30th of May 2024, 10 AM, room 30. Adjourn the meeting. Thank you all.